Sam, and I'm going to ask him, where do you think Nigeria rank in terms of teams that are favorites to win the AFCON this coming AFCON? That's next year in Cameroon.
Fifth.
Wow.
I think there are 4 nations.
Number 5.
Yeah, I think there are 4
serious?
nations that that can do better than Nigeria in terms of winning that title. And for 2 reasons: because they've got a better team,
Okay.
and because they have better experience than the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I think in the last 2-3 Nations Cup, correct me if I'm wrong, I think in terms of, instead of garnering experience with our team, I think we are retrogressing. We are having a lot more inexperienced players, which is always good for competition coming into the team. But we've lost Odion Judy Gallo to retirement, and he, at the time, not necessarily the best of strikers on the African continent, but he knew how to do a job for the Super Eagles of Nigeria at tournament. He was the highest goal scorer, if I'm not mistaken, at the last one.
Was, yes.
And unfortunately, his goals couldn't get us the title, but it was very pivotal to our success in achieving 3rd. So I think on that, you look at, you can't look beyond, or I can't look beyond the defending champions, Algeria. I think the majority of that team still remains, and they've got the manager who did it for them as well in that team. So I think the Algerians are finally neat, and that's why they're the best on the continent. Then you also have to look at Egypt. I know they've not really done well, but traditionally for me, I wouldn't rule out Egypt, because they always have this cohesive unit, this cohesion about their team. And the fact that majority of their boys play together in the Egyptian league, aside Mo Salah, who brings that experience, from playing in the Premier League to the side, I think they do know how to prosecute tournaments. The last one they hosted was just, I think it was pressure on them as the host to, get away from that group. And it did. Salah wasn't again in the best of forms going into that one. So all that factor contributed against them. So Algeria, Egypt, and I'm looking at Cote d'Ivoire. I think it's been long they did it, not so long as as many would say, but ever since Didier Drogba, Yaya Toure left, they haven't really had that success on the African continent. But I always think, I do think they have all the qualities. They continue to churn out. Look at Frank Kessie that you mentioned, plays for AC Milan, and that's a very, very important player for them. One of the pivotal midfielders for Milan there. You may say he's arguably the biggest star, but I saw them at the just concluded Tokyo Olympics, and they were quite decent. Inexperience or tactical ineptitude on the part of the manager outdid them, or made them exit that tournament. But I think these 3 North African teams, you can't rule them out of these competitions. So Algeria, Egypt, and of course Cote d'Ivoire for me. I wish I could put in Ghana, but Ghana really have their football is on a downward slide. But I think these 3, and the fact that Nigeria Super Eagles are too much of a young side as compared to these guys, I think they are the 3 that will do it for me than the Super Eagles of Nigeria.